Welcome to my next video on Morocco, which is entitled Why Morocco is Expensive and the Truth About the Argan Oil. I want to share with you some ideas, what Morocco is about, what to expect, how much to how much you should expect to be paying for services, and also at the end, I want to share some useful tips before you travel to Morocco you should be aware of. Here, here's the first picture where I want to compare prices and show you that Morocco can be expensive, but Morocco can be of good value. Well, the clients I work with might be from the economies which are not so well off as the economy of the UK or USA. And for them, Morocco is not a bargain. So that's why if I say that this meal in the port of Rabat, very close to the Medina, next to the coast, a very good clean location, this complete meal can cost you 25 euros. Whereas this starter in a local restaurant in a Marrakesh suburb, the Gelis suburb, which is sort of new and popular for normal Moroccan public. Now, this starter will cost you 5 euros, and this is a starter for two people. You see the choice of salads and the type of baba ganoush salad or hummus and pepper salad, spinach salad, and so on and so on, which I really love. And you see the good value of just the starter. This is the restaurant when two of us ate for 15 euros, and this is the coastal portal restaurant where each of us ate for 25 euros. So this is a good example, I think, of what Morocco costs. Here I'm going to show you when we go and eat at the Berber family. This is the starter, the Berber omelette. This is the starter, which is cooked with some peas and some, yeah, of course, eggs, and the base is tomato and spices. This is the starter for four people, and these two, the so-called Berber pizzas, are shared by four people, and there's a salad to accompany the meal. It's a lot of food. It really comes to be a lot of food, and everybody pays only 12 euros for this filling lunch. The Berber pizza contains minced beef. It's very firm and like a filling type of meal, which is appreciated by many because most of Moroccan meals, you know, the tagines, the couscous, it's very saucy, very liquidy. And when you come to eat Berber pizza, for some people, it feels like salvation. So here, another good value lunch, a very tasty one at the local family. This is the Jemal Fna Square. If you've seen documentaries, you've heard of this. There's lots of like tens of stands serving food for locals. The locals eat there, and the foreigners, they're no more afraid to sit and eat there either. So I normally get harira soup, very filling, very thick, spicy soup. The soup costs only 50 cents there, okay? So I'm speaking of a really good value here. If you add shabakia, which is the sweet treat they usually accompany this soup with, and if you add some boiled egg and bread or dates, it's going to be extra. But again, 50 cents for soup gives you an idea of what the value or what the prices should be for the locals. Now, here we are at the local family in Fez. By the way, this is the driver on the left-hand side, Jawad, Mr. Jawad. His family, his wife cooks for the tourists. They invite tourists over in the evening, and a complete meal, like we were stuffed, we were full, cost each of us only 15 euros. And this, what you see on the table, is just the starter, the assortment of different salads, just to start the meals. After that, the wonderful harira soup, and after that, beef tagine and two desserts, tea and drink. Oh my God, so much food for such a good value. Here we are in the Dar es Salaam restaurant. I love the restaurant because it is very clean, beautifully decorated. The dinner includes the show, and trust me, it's so popular you need to reserve ahead. And this what you see here is just the starter: harira soup for my partner, uh, travel pudding, and this is sorry, this is the starter for me. The assortment of different salads. Now, imagine this is just a starter, and after that, a wonderful couscous came for him, and I ate, I think, pastilla, the sweet cake, the sweet chicken cake. You need to try. It's actually a wedding ceremony food, wedding ceremony meal. But the couscous he ordered was so good. I can tell. I can tell a good couscous from a bad couscous. And if you get the good couscous in a restaurant, like a honestly well-prepared couscous, you know you're eating in a good restaurant. So Dar es Salaam, very good value, very good quality, and wonderful show, which I'm gonna show you a bit of the show here. Great service, great music, traditional Arabic music, traditional Berber music, Andalusians, medieval music, and this modern type of, I think, Egyptian-inspired, almost belly dance moves. And here we are in the factory or the cooperative that produces argan oil. Now, preparing argan oil is lots of work. Just to give you an idea, from an olive tree, you get 10 liters of olive oil. From one argan tree, you only get 1 liter of argan oil, which must give you an idea of the value of this oil. So it is expensive. It only comes from Morocco, so it's unique to Morocco. There's lots of qualities to it, either be the cosmetic one or the one for they use for the cuisine. And of course, they're gonna ask for some high prices for the argan oil. That's why argan oil is not a cheap thing. Just by the way, before the argan oil and its properties of the cosmetic argan oil were known to the world, the Moroccans only used the edible oil. They used it in cuisine, in sweet treats. So for them, it's something as recent as 20 years old story that the argan oil is being made as cosmetic and sold as cosmetic. And this is thanks to Mrs. Zubida Sharouf, the professor emeritus at the Faculty of Science at Mohammed V University in Rabat, who discovered the properties of the argan oil. And she was the one who founded the first cooperatives in order to support the sustainability of the economy and the biodiversity, as well as in order to support the employment for women. So the women are employed, women make money out of this. And if you come to a cooperative to buy the argan oil, it's not going to be cheap, but you're going to support the women, you're going to support the cooperative, the community, you pay for the for the whole thing, because they show you how they produce it, how the argan oil is made, how it is cultivated. You can taste and try different types of oils. So really, you pay for the value, and also it is recommended to shop for the argan oil in those cooperatives because they have the certification. If you buy argan oil in the streets, you never know where it comes from. If it's not mixed with water, because by the way, argan oil can be diluted in water, so nobody really ensures you of the quality if you buy on the street or in different stores. So also by the taste and the way you try it, you can, if you know it's good. So really the preparation is very lengthy and complicated. So that's why the price. Here I want to show you the way that the female workers greet us when we come to this cooperative. They show us the way they take the nut out of the shell and then the way they extract the oil. And this is their typical Saharan salute to the tourists. Now, let's move on. Just to give you an idea, this is the place where we normally stay when we come to Merzouga, this Airbnb. And this costs for about 50 euros a night, breakfast, dinner included. But just to give you an idea, if you Google Sahara Pearl Hotel, you'll find a bed for two, or I mean the room for two, twin room or double room for 200 euros a night. So just to give you an idea that Morocco can be expensive, but Morocco can be of a good value for travelers. Here is the luxury camp where I always try to stay when I'm in Merzouga, because one night we stay in Merzouga village and another night we spent in the dunes. So here is video to give you an idea what it looks like in the camp. This is a very nice sunny December evening. In October, we already had sandstorm in October, and this is December. We had wonderful weather. So even traveling in wintertime, you don't know if it's going to be a storm or it's going to be sunny weather. So that's why I say traveling to Morocco, travel anytime, but just try to avoid the summer months with extreme heat. All right. Here a night, 60 euros per night for two. Breakfast and dinner included. Very good value. Do not trust the heater, okay? There's the heater, but it might not work, okay? We do not trust the heater. I always take a sleeping bag to Morocco just in case, and winter clothes. Spring winter clothes. Some mix of spring and winter clothes. Do not take summer clothes when you travel in winter time. Okay. It looks like I did not translate this. I'm sorry. This is the topic of what to keep in mind. And this picture is very descriptive because you can see a passenger on this motorbike who is carrying a board, and he cannot really hold himself, and he cannot even see. And when you look at the driver, his view is also very limited. So this is a very good idea, or very good picture, and very good example of what Morocco driving in Morocco is like. So when I organized this, well, I did drive in Morocco already, but when I organized our tour, I've got it all organized with the driver in a van or a minibus, because I can normally, well, this is a really good service that they give, and we can trust them. It's very comfortable. You just want to avoid the stress of driving in Morocco. Another idea of what the traffic looks like, typical African traffic. Here it is. This gives you an idea of what you need to just immerse into when you are in Marrakesh. So the first lesson when arriving to Marrakesh will be learn to cross the street. Okay. And these two pictures, this is an example of what it is, or what it looks like when we try to carry our luggage into the Riyadh in the Medina of Fez. This is just to give you an idea. Well, this is just to bring you to the topic of paying tips. You need to be prepared to pay tips for all kinds of these types of services. Okay, carrying luggage. Sometimes you just cannot say no. And wherever we bargain for a service, a tip is always appreciated and just even expected, and it's sort of a must in Morocco. So you need to count on that. You need to keep that in mind when you travel to Morocco. And few more few more recommendations. As I said, travel anytime, just avoid summer months. Maybe June, July, August, and September is the time to avoid traveling to Morocco. When you're traveling in winter, just bring functional winter clothes, waterproof boots, windproof jackets, and some warm layers. For Marrakesh, I'll show you the picture later. For Marrakesh, spring clothes, long sleeves, long layers, and long trousers. But for the Sahara Desert in wintertime, just bring winter clothes and be prepared. Even if it's dry, it's going to be dry cold. So it's good to be prepared for that. Local SIM card, no problem to buy after the arrival, or just purchase anything that works for you abroad, outside Europe. Have some change ready. Now, you're going to exchange money for dirhams. And the toilet costs everywhere. It's 2 dirhams, 3 dirhams, 5 dirhams. Water bottle, 5 dirhams. But you're only going to have this 200 dirham on your hand, and nobody's going to have to change you the money. Nobody's going to have to change. And it will always look very difficult for the shopkeeper to find the change. So just get ready and prepare the change every time. Have the change ready. Okay, agree on the price in advance, but also prepare a tip. This is what I told you, and when you travel with me, we're going to learn how to do this, really. You need to bargain for the prices, and it's really a long story, but in general, bargaining for prices, whenever you're a beginner, you're just a beginner. But if you train it, as you train it, you become better at bargaining. So always keep in mind how much you want to pay for it and say less. And this is how you're going to get to the price which sort of satisfies you and also the seller. Okay. But never really ask for the price in the first place. Just if you go into the store and you're interested in some article, test it, try it, look at it, ask about the quality, ask about the way it was made, ask about the product in detail, and think about if you really need it. If you don't need it, you don't want it, and you are not convinced, don't even ask about the price. You start bargaining when you want to take that product with you. Just you offend the seller when you ask for the price in the first place. So now, street food, why not? Try street food. Just use common sense, as I say. Anything can be found. But when we go to Morocco, when I take you to Morocco, when we pass by big supermarkets, we stop in those big supermarkets so that you can get snacks. Because in the Medinas, if you try to find a small shop, you're going to be disappointed. There's very little choice in small stores, small shops. They're non-existent. You need to eat in the restaurants, or you need to have your own snacks, because you're not going to be happy with the restaurants, with small hanuts, small shops. Now, cumin. Why I speak about cumin? Because I know that there are people who do not like cumin. And when we travel to Morocco and I do these tours of 2 weeks, I know that after the 5th or 6th day, there'll be someone who stops eating or just starts disliking the food without knowing why. And the reason might be the cumin on the curry, this type of spices that are almost in all sorts of meals in Morocco, ever present. Everything smells of cumin and tastes of cumin. So there will be people who do not like it. That's why I recommend you bring some crackers. Maybe when you experience some stomach problems, stomach issues, you won't be able to buy these crackers right in that moment. So maybe just in case, bring crackers with you, keep it in your luggage. You never know when it can help you survive few days. No, it's probably just, we never know. Like, I love Moroccan food. I cook Moroccan food. I could eat spices and Indian food all day long, every day. But I know that it can be heavy for some stomachs, and it can come as a lot of food. Now, Berber pizza, good alternative. The thing I mentioned before, long journeys. Be ready for long journeys. when you travel to Morocco, you just have to be ready for some kilometers that you spend on the bus or on the car. Make yourself a bubble, meditate, or just don't do anything, sleep, but make a plan, okay? Make a plan and bring a cushion or comfortable jacket to be able to survive the long journey, to be comfortable during the long journey, which is inevitable. Now, traveling by car, rented car, okay, but the question is, do you really wanna drive there? Consider it. And okay, this is why I offer this car with a driver, because it's so comfortable, and in the end, it's a very good value. Here's a bus, but I'm trying to book for the 2 weeks for a group of maximum 16 people, minimum 8 to 10 people, which could work really well. The bus with the driver, very comfortable way of traveling. You don't have to worry about the parking and the driving and the petrol or anything else. Now, traveling with public transport, bus or train, I did it on many occasions. I don't feel like I want to repeat it. Like, if you have to, you do it. But again, it's getting better every year. Morocco is getting better. It's getting higher, but I mean, train, it's just a headache in Morocco. And even though the infrastructure is getting better every time, but I just don't want to repeat traveling by train, except for the fast train, which goes from Tangier to Casablanca. The fast train is a really good experience. Yes. Now, if you are stopped by a police officer, what do you do? Okay, you will be stopped by police if you travel those 2,500 kilometers. The question is just how many times and what they're gonna check: the driver's papers, the driver's hours, the technical state of the vehicle, the seat belts. You will be stopped by a police officer, and when you are stopped by a police officer, never argue with them. They are never wrong. They're never wrong. Only thing you have to buy online, okay, the entrance fees to the monuments, they're not cheap, okay, they're not cheap. We're speaking here about every monument, about 7 to 20 euros. And Jardin Majorelle, for instance, in Marrakesh is 17 euros, and you do have to book online. Otherwise, during high season, you might not get there on the day you want to visit. So only thing you have to buy online for now is Jardin Majorelle in Marrakesh. And here I'm trying to give you a comparison of what some agencies offer. Some agencies offer a 7-day trip to Morocco, or 8-night trip and 7 nights in Morocco, during which time you visit Agadir, Marrakesh, Rabat, and Casablanca, the royal cities. But here, they ask for 1,500 euros approximately without meals. And what my product offers is about 1,280 euros for 2 weeks, including the accommodation, the bus with the driver, and and I already included the average price for the flights. I'm guessing the flights should be to Agadir to 250 up to 300 euros from many places I checked in Europe. So altogether, the basic stuff: accommodation, transport, flights, about 1,300 euros. Most of the meals are extra, but as I said, I got a complete invitation for you. And if you're interested, just text me or ask for the invitation and the budget, and I'll send you the budget and the invitation to travel with us to Morocco in February 2026. Now, I think the last slide is a mashup, the video that I prepared. This is video from Ait Ben Haddou, just because I like to take pictures. Well, this picture from Ait Ben Haddou, just because I like to take pictures in my kaftans and the clothes I buy in Morocco. But let's move on to the next picture. Here, this is me entering the Mount Toubkal National Park. There's a passport control when you enter the park, and and they even control if you are carrying this obligatory guide, as I talked about in the first video on the Mount Toubkal ascent. Next slide, next picture that I wanted to share is me chilling on the way up to Mount Toubkal. And here is the shot from the most Instagram photographed terrace in Imlil below High Atlas Mountains. Check it out, Berber Lodge. You want to get lunch there after a hike in the mountains. And this is where I'm going to take you to get the lunch. Again, 12 euros per person, more or less. This is the lunch at the Berber family on our way to the mountains. Oh, sorry, the dunes. This is us under the waterfall in Uzud. Here's the waterfall in Imlil. This is our tour guide for Toubkal. This is me in the streets of Marrakesh because I love shopping in Marrakesh. So many souvenir stuff, so many souvenir articles. Oh my God, galleries, clothes, bags, carpets. You need to enjoy your time in Marrakesh and get lost in your bubble. Just you and the Marrakesh Medina. Now, this is my favorite food. It's the kefta, minced meat on the skewer. This was the starter that I showed you before, €5 starter, and this whole meal, two of us, we shared it for 15 euros. Local restaurant, local people, my recommendation. Once again, just because I love the salad so much. Here is the starter, closer look at the starter that we normally have when we go to the family in Fez. Eat dinner there. You see the assortment of the salads closer, some spinach, some cucumbers, what else? Carrots with curry, cold lentil salad. This was sort of a yogurt salad, olives, beetroot, all tasty and very healthy. I don't think that was it. Let me take you through the rest of the video because I've got something to say even here. This is the goodbye. When we are staying in the Kasbah next to Ouarzazate, this is the normal situation after the accommodation at the locals. They come out, they cooked for you, they accommodated you, they entertained you during the evening, they looked after you, and they want to say goodbye. And this is the time when we give tips. Many of my clients don't know or don't guess or just don't care or do not have the habit of giving tips. But yes, in Morocco, this is the time we need to give tips for a group. So yeah, I'd like to mention that so that everything is done in the correct way. I love Moroccan minimalism. This is Merzouga and the mosque. This is me in the Merzouga. In Merzouga, visiting the local family. This is the flag of the Amazigh, the Berber tribe, Berber tribes, connected Berber tribes of Northern Africa. And look at my outfit in December, just to give you an idea what you should wear in December or during the winter time in the Sahara Desert. Here we are under the Khaima, the typical tent of the nomad Berber people. This is a must shot. You want to take a picture with the camel. This is the desert fox. Oh, the gardens in Marrakesh. It's the gardens. You need to visit the gardens one after another. This is Jardin Majorelle, like the probably most popular one. After that, there's so many more. Just like the Artisan in Marrakesh and Fez. This is Dar el Basha, another palace, another garden, cedar wood decoration, plaster decoration, calligraphy, the tiles, the painted wood decorations. There's so much to admire. The vegetation. See, this is from Jardin Majorel once again. So beautiful. Menara Gardens. Another example of the wood artisans. Absolutely amazing. Jamalafna Square, and I'm going to finish off this video with the shot of 3 shots of me with my favorite activity in the Jamalafna, and that's the snakes. Do not have a very excited face here, but trust me, I love to do this. This is a ritual for me. Now check the difference. The picture before, that was October. The clothes here, this is December in Marrakesh. And once again, another time, another day. This is again October outfit in Marrakesh.